friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C Zook Stitch, and today is Saturday, August 31st, 2024. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm really glad that you are here, spending part of your busy day or evening with me. Thank you all so much for joining us. We just got done with our Stitchy Zoom call through the Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group. It was really fun, big crowd. I wasn't sure how many people would be able to show up because it is a holiday weekend here in the U.S., maybe also Canada. I'm not sure. Monday is Labor Day for us, so a lot of us get Monday off work. Not everybody, of course. Excuse me. I still have a bit of a cough. It is hanging on. It's very annoying. And I'm still a little congested. So this has been going on. It's 2 weeks today now since I've been sick. I've been trying to rest as much as I can. But ready or not, classes start on Tuesday. So I don't have a lot planned for the long weekend other than some videos. I do want to do a little bit of yard work, but it's going to be like 98 degrees here today, so I'm not doing it today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be not much cooler. Monday I might be able to get out and do some yard work because I think it's supposed to be like significantly cooler on Monday. So we'll see. I have some little projects around the house to do, but I'm hoping to get in a nap or even 2 naps, and hoping to film some flip throughs as well that I owe you all. I'm super excited. I know last week's video was very short, but I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a longer one. I have a lot to share with you, and I'm feeling really good about my cross-stitch progress. I have a bunch of FFOs, like 5 to show you. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so first up, I saw my friend Tammy of Woodland Stitching Studio, and I will link. She has a Flosstube, so I will link that down below. And she is also my finisher, and she's the finisher for Acorns and Threads. So I saw her yesterday, and I gave her some more things to finish, and she gave me some things back. I only gave her 2 things last time. Don't worry, I gave her a bunch more. Okay, so this one I started in December of 2019, and I finished it at the end of January 2021. It's ridiculous it took me that long because it literally took me 3 hours to stitch. And yet it took like a whole year to do it. This is called Peace to My Heart. It's by Hands On Designs. I had no clue what I wanted done with it. It is very plain. It's stitched on a 14 count fiddler's cloth in oatmeal, so an Ada. And when you just looked I handed it to her and I said, I don't know what I want done. It just looks like it's missing something. She did such an amazing job. It says, you bring peace to my heart, which I love that saying. She put this little charm and this little bow. She hand tied the bow. She put this little heart charm. She made the cording. So I could hang it on a doorknob or something like that. Maybe in the guest room. That would be really sweet. And then the backing is this really sweet kind of little bird pink fabric. It turned out, I had no idea what she was going to do. I just gave her a free creative rein. I said, I don't have anything in mind for this. I don't know. Just make it cute. And she did a fantastic job. I love this because it could be for Valentine's Day. It'd be a great Valentine's Day piece, but it doesn't have to be. And I think this would be like cute on the inside, the doorknob of my guest room as just like a little, lovely reminder. I'll probably keep it. I keep the guest room door open, so I'll probably keep it so I can see it. And then when I have a guest, I'll move it to the inside so when they close the door, they can see it. I just love it. I think she does such a fantastic. The quality of her work and her creative mind is so great. So Hands On Design. I don't know. I don't even know where I got the pattern. I mean, I do think it was a freebie. I'm not sure if it came like in an order that I placed or if it came on the website. You can check the website and see if it's still there. I'm not sure. But that is Peace to My Heart. The next one that Tammy finished for me is called Trimming the Tree, and this is by Bendy Stitchy. And this is what it looks like. So I did give her the board because I had bought the board at Acorns and Threads. They had a sample at Acorns and Threads, and it was finished on this board, and I thought it was really perfect. So I have that, and it came with the hanger and stuff. But she did this really pretty green that draws out the different. There's two colors of green in the tree, and then there's like two or three colors of green in the fabric. I think the fabric is just perfect. It really pulls out that tree. And then this beautiful lace. I love that lace trim. And then, of course, she put this um, on there. And it feels like there's maybe some batting or something that she used in there. I love this. This board is kind of heavy, but so I don't know if I will actually hang it or do more like put it on an easel. We'll have to see. This is just stitched on a mystery fabric. I won a like a mystery bundle of fabric from Bestitch Me a while ago. And so that's why I stitched it on. I started this for Jolly July in 2020, and I finished it in November of 2022, and it took me 14 and a half hours to stitch in total. So not too long. It just took me a long time. I start things, and then I move on, and I don't finish them. I'm trying to be better about that. So that is Trimming the Tree by Bendy Stitchy. I do believe this chart is still available. And I think it turned out really, really cute. She did such a great job. So those are my two things from Tammy. Then, when Candy was visiting me, Candy the 614 Stitcher, she visited me for a few days, which I talked about, and then she left for an Alaskan cruise, and then she came back because her return flight back home was out of Portland. So I picked her up from the train. So her cruise was in and out of Seattle, and there's a train that goes from Seattle to Portland. There's several trains a day, so it's a super easy, 3 to 4 hour, depending on which train you take. So she got on the train, went from Seattle after a cruise back down to Portland. We had basically a day to spend together. I took her straight back to Acorns and Threads because they had some pieces framed for me. So I want to show you those. So first up, you have already seen this. And in fact, you've already seen it framed. It was not framed well. I originally got it framed at Michael's, and it was not framed super well. So I took it to Acorns because I knew they could fix it. And they did, in fact, fix it because they are wonderful. So this is called Stars Bright. It is by Lindy Stitches. I stitched this on a 28 count mint linen by Picture This Plus. I started this in August of 2019, and I finished it in January of 2020. So I really focused on this. This is before I was tracking how long things took me to stitch. So I don't have a time for how long. And I certainly didn't have very many whips at that time. But, I finished it in about 4 months. I made this for a friend's wedding. I never sent it to her. I finished it right around when they got married in January of 2020. And then the pandemic hit, and then I held on to it and moved with it and all that. And then I was so proud of myself this summer. I'm like, I'm going to take it to Michael's. They'll frame it. Michael's is a lot closer to me than Acorns, which is why I went there. And the edges it was not even. It was not a good framing, and many of you commented on the poor framing. So I took it to Acorns and Threads. So it's the same frame, which I do like the frame a lot. I think it really pulls out the colors of the birds. And they fixed it right up for me. So I feel much more confident in sending this to my friend, which I will be doing. So this is Stars Bright by Lindy Stitches. So very happy. I feel much better with that. Then we took Glitter Houses. So Glitter Houses, this is the series by Country Cottage Needleworks. I stopped after 6 because I really hated the fabric. It is on a 32 count natural silver linen, and you can see it's very glittery. The fabric the glitter makes it very hard to see the holes. So I really struggled, and I decided I'm just going to end it after 6. Love the frame. The color brings out the rooftops, which I think is really pretty. I am really happy actually with the size of this too. I think it's not like a huge, I tend to stitch big pieces. So this is a nice size where it's a little bit smaller. I started this for a New Year, New Start in 2021. And I decided I did the last block in January of 2024. I did try to stitch on it. They were kind of teasing me at Acorns and Threads because I have a start down here of block 7 when I just threw in the towel. And when I took it in, I didn't take out the stitches or anything because there was enough space. And when I took it in, they're like, "Well, is this you giving up on this?" I was like, "Yeah, 100%. That's what it is." They were just kind of teasing me. It was really funny. So to do the 6 blocks, it took me 85 hours. And I just ended it. And I'm very happy. I am so happy that this is done and over with. And I love the frame. And yeah, it looks great in person. So that is Glitter Houses. Or yeah, Glitter Houses, I think is what it's called. Okay. And then, I know, one more. The last piece. I think this is going to be a favorite. Because I know a lot of you liked it when I was stitching. This is Miniature Marvels, and I am holding off showing it to you to increase the suspense. This is Miniature Marvels. This is designed by Jenny Vanderweel. It is in the World of Cross Stitching issue 315. I stitched it on a 28 count Dove Gray. I started this in November of 2022, and I just finished it this past July in 2024, and this is one of my Year of Whips. Glitter Houses was also on my Year of Whips. But I knew I wanted to get this one framed right away. Oh my gosh, it's so good, you guys. I love it so much. Okay, so the whole thing took me 76 hours to stitch. I should check and see because the World of Cross Stitch does tell you how long they expect it to take you. So I should check and see how long they said that it would take you because it took me 76 hours. Here comes Simon, by the way. You're about to see a cat. So I love this frame. It's I was kind of going for light kind of Scandinavian feel because a lot of this piece feels very Scandinavian to me. Okay, buddy, you do have to move for this. So I really love the frame. It just kind of sits in the background. So sorry, you guys. So that is Miniature Marvels. I love it. I am very happy with it. And I can't wait to put it up this winter. And it's a winter piece, not a Christmas piece. So it can stay up for all of winter. Right? You like it? So we'll try to look at that again when we end the video when there isn't a Simon here. So those are my FFOs, which I am thrilled about. Did I tell you all the information I need to? Yes, about Miniature Marvels. Okay, so those are the FFOs. Thrilled. I can't wait to hang them up this winter. And yeah, it'll be good. Okay, so let's get into what we finished this week. I have a finish, actually. This is on my Year of Whips. It is also on my countdown to 50. So I finished Immortal, which is by Lucy Beam, so Becky Noland, and Buying Cross Stitch Like I'm Immortal with the water. I changed up the colors. I think this is so pretty. I'm really happy with it. It's just a funny piece. I think it's so funny. I started this August 1st and I finished it August 29th of this year. So this was my 25/7 piece. It took me 13 hours total. I would have finished it sooner, except that I got really sick and there was those handful of days when I didn't get to stitch. But Buying Cross Stitch Like I'm Immortal, I brightened up the colors on this. This is stitched on a 32 count color and cotton fabric in the color Marzipan. There, you can see it a little bit better. And Simon is investigating. So, that is Immortal. So that is, let's see, that is number four finish, I think, on my Year of Whips. Although it might be number 5. I might have miscounted. And it's number 5 on my countdown to 50, which is where I try to finish 50 projects by the time I turn 50 in 2.5 years. That is the brainchild of Miss Melanie Watkins from the Soulful Stitcher. So that is Immortal. Quick piece, very fun to work on, very easy, and I love it. So we got that done. Then I worked on Black Cat Season. This one is also on my Year of Whips. There are 6 charts, and I finished number 3. May the blackest cat you've ever seen make you smile on Halloween. So I finished that one, which I was almost done with. That chart only took me 8.25 hours in total from start to finish. That 3rd chart, this one right here. Then I went down and started on number 4, and I'll show you what that will look like. And I got quite a bit. I stitched this with Candy on that Saturday night that she was here. So that one will look like this. This is by Lindy Stitches. It says, Beware House Panther, Fierce and Deadly. So I have a good start on it. I mean, there's a lot of stitching in this block, and I think those curtains will be a lot, but this is on my Year of Whips. This whole, like, I'm counting it as one finish for the whole thing. So I have less than 3 to go. So I'm excited about that. Then we worked on Summer Montage, ever closer to finishing this first block. This is artwork by Janet Stever and charted by Pain Free Crafts, and I am here in this first block of rows. I'm right up here in this corner. That is where I'm working on. And I think we can do it. I really do. All of my montages I am stitching on 32 count. It's just like a white or antique white, not linen, even weave. So I did some fill-in down here, and I worked on this border, which you can see. We kind of pulled out the border. It looks like it's crooked. It is not crooked in real life. It's just where I went with the border. Because it is kind of hard to tell, like, where one block starts or one stops and the next one starts. So I did a lot of work in the border, and then we did some filling in here. And so I'm just going to keep working in this little section. We have tomorrow, which I guess is technically September 1st. So I have, like, I think 3 more Sundays to work on this. Well, I don't know what day I'm going to work on because ABCINGO, but we'll talk about that. Hi, baby. So 3 more days to get this little section done. And I think we'll do it. I do think we'll do it. So I was able to get 434 stitches done, and I am now at 6.18% done, which I am thrilled about that. 6.18% done. Okay, now the assignment is gone. Let's just take a break and look at miniature marbles again. There we go. Isn't it so good? I love it. I am so thrilled with it. So, okay, I wanted to make sure you saw that. And then let me also make sure, because we're just utter chaos here, let me make sure you see Immortal as well. Really well. Okay, there we go. Buy and cross stitch like I'm Immortal. And I stitch this on a fat quarter. I mean, it takes up a very small amount. So I could fit 3 more of these on here. So, yeah, it doesn't take up much space at all. So that is fun. Okay, so that was Immortal and Miniature Marbles. Okay, so Summer Montage, again, I'm at 6.18% done. Then we pulled out Princess Ileana, which is for the Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge. It counts for the E in the acrostic, which is hang glide. I'm just doing glide. So Princess Ileana by Mirabilia. That's what she will look like. I got a lot done on her. I don't know if you'll be able to tell I got a lot done on her, but I worked a lot in this section. This section is almost done. That was not there before. I did some work down in here as well. This was on my Year of Whips. I mean, it still is. I will not be getting it. I won't be getting it done. I'll tell you that right now. And I am stitching this on a piece of 32 count color and cotton in the colorway Parthenon. It's like a very light pink. Okay, so let's take a look. I'll show you the whole thing here. So this is what she's looking like in her dress. And then let me show you a close-up of what I actually got done. So I worked on this for 3 days, which was good. So this whole thing is done. There's a lot of holes in here, a lot of empty spaces. That's going to be all beads. It's very bead heavy. I think I did a lot. I did this section. I think I did some over here. I think I may have used the wrong color down in here. Not the wrong color, but like the wrong shade. There's like 2 or 3 shades, and I might have accidentally pulled the wrong shade. It is harder, like when you're leaving blank spaces for all the beads and stuff. Sometimes it's kind of hard to read the chart. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about it. So it's going to be fine. But yeah, this whole section is nearly done except for the beads. So we made some really good progress. This section and this section over here. So really happy with it. She's starting to take shape. So yeah, I'm excited about that. It will not be getting done this year though. And that's okay. That's okay. We'll keep working on her consistently, and then eventually she will get done. And then the next thing I actually don't have to show you because I took it to Tammy. So I'm a member of the Pine Mountain Biddy Bowl of the Month Club, where each month they send you, it's 2 charts. So it's one is a little bag or a little pouch, and one is a little pillow, and some accoutrement that goes along with it to be put in this bowl, which I have other things in here right now. I have my pin cushion that I got off of Etsy. I have this little tin, and I have this tin that people have given me. And then I just threw my floss in there from Immortal. But so everything goes in there. And this is going to be on my year of whips for next year, but I'm trying to get some done this year. So I have lots to do next year. So I wanted to work on the August one. And I actually finished the little mini bag, and I gave that to Tammy when I saw her yesterday. So I actually don't have that, and I don't have the cover photo because the cover photo actually had the instructions. So all I have is the chart, so I can't show it to you. But trust me, it's very cute. And then last night, I had some friends over for dinner, and so I didn't really get a lot of stitching time. I got maybe like 45 minutes. So I did start on it, and then I worked on this on our Zoom call this morning. This is going to be the pillow. It's a bee skip. So there's going to be some flowers and some little bees, and you can kind of imagine that that's going to be a bee skip. So that is where we are at with that one, and my goal is to finish this tonight. So we'll see what we have. But the bag only took me 2 hours and 50 minutes. So I got it done in one evening. It was very fast. It's very cute. And I love it. So there you go. So that's everything I've worked on. So I feel very productive this particular week. Some finishes, some FFOs that I didn't have to do. I just had to show up and pay for. I have a little bit of haul to share with you. First up, this is my Fabric of the Month Club from Garan. This is Fabrics by Stephanie, and the colorway is Caramel Macchiato. Oh, that's a little better. Sorry about the glare. I haven't taken it out of the bag. That's a little better. It's a good fall color. It's a little more orangey than it's showing up. It's kind of washed out, but it is a little more orangey. So that will be added in my stash for some project that I don't have in mind. And then Gary and Ronnie showed this, when they would do their floss tubes, they do what's new in the shop. And this new Mirabilia that I had to have, I love her. I think she's gorgeous. This is called Pretty to Think So. She is stunning. I'm a sucker for the flowers, and I love her. So I got that, and then I got the bead pack. There's a lot of beads, 8 different colors of beads in this one. So I got the bead pack as well. I don't know when I'm going to start it. I have 2 Mirabilias already on the go, so I'm not going to start it till at least one of those, if not both of them, are done. But I really liked that one. And then I forgot to show this last week. It's been a couple weeks. Stitching Mommy, Sarah, is working on a Carolyn Manning designed called Meadow, and it is gorgeous. So I went to Carolyn Manning online and I bought the chart, and then it was like, buy more and you save more. So I bought some more. So these are the cover photos. So this is Meadow. This is the one that Sarah from Stitchy Mommy's working on. I love it. I think it is gorgeous. So that's the cover photo. These aren't terribly big. They're like 100 something square. Then I bought Bohemian Garden. So this is Granny Square collection because I have tried to learn how to crochet many times, and my brain just doesn't take to it, but I love a good granny square, so I figured this is the next best thing, is doing a cross stitch of granny squares, and I love just the variety of colors in that. Then I got two more, and they're very similar, so I don't know if I will end up stitching both of them or not, but this is Chrysanthemum, this is the Granny Flower Garden, and this is November. And I got the December, the Holly. I kind of couldn't decide, so I just got both of them. They were only, I don't know, a few bucks each, really. Because Holly really does look a little more Christmassy to me with the reds and the greens. Chrysanthemum is more like the pretty pinks and purples. So I'm not sure. I don't know when I'm going to start these. I already have that Carolyn Manning Hummingbird Garden that I'm working on, so it will be after that. But I got those a couple weeks ago, so go check out her website because they're PDFs, and you can have instant gratification, or if you're overseas or something like that. Okay, next up, let's do a couple giveaways. We haven't done that in a couple weeks. So I have two giveaways. Open internationally. I'll ship it anywhere. And don't say giveaway or win or anything like that in the comments. But we're going to give away Immortal because I'm done with this chart. This chart is 98 wide by 137. So it goes very fast. If you want the colors I used, I can send them to you. But if you would like to be entered to win this, say Immortal. IMMORTAL. And we'll go ahead and send that away. This I'm going to give away. This I got with my World of Cross Stitch magazine. We always get a free gift, and usually they're like little kits. This time, though, it is it's like a little booklet, Seasonal Memories. And I think these are darling, and I love them. And I know Candy was here when I got it, and I was so excited to get these because I think they're so sweet. So you get the charts for all 6 of these in this booklet. I know Candy is like, why are you giving that away, girl? It's because I already have this in calendar form. So it's an older calendar. I must have either somebody sent it to me or I must have picked it up off a freebie table somewhere or something. But I already have the calendar. It's the exact same chart. So I figured I don't need 2. I'll give one away. And frankly, I chose this one just because it's a little bit lighter in weight for shipping than the calendar. So I'm going to give this away. So it's called Seasonal Memories. It's you could see like there's a winter one with a little puppy, spring, summer, fall, some more spring and summer. I think they're darling. So if you would like to win this, say memory. Singular, just memory. They're not big. 90 by 92. So they're all around that. They are pretty full coverage. There's a lot like the water here, right? Like there's 3 or 4 different colors in that water. But they're so cute. So say memory and Immortal for those giveaways. Okay, let's talk about plans because we have a lot of plans to talk about as well. So for Magazine Monthly Challenge, the month of September, we do a month-long challenge called ABCINGO. You use the alphabet as your acrostic for the month, and each evening, starting tonight, actually, because tomorrow's September 1st, I will call a letter for the next day. And, well, if you're, depending on where you live, in Australia, It'll be that afternoon, I guess. So there will be 25 calls during the month, September 1st through the 25th. The goal is 1 hour or 100 stitches in the piece that you've assigned to that letter for the acrostic, which the acrostic, again, is just the alphabet. Because there are only 25 blocks on the bingo board, we took out one letter this year. We eliminated the letter Y, so there is no Y on the bingo board. That we will not be calling a Y. And you also have the last 5 days of the month. You have until September 30th to do any makeup time that you may need. So, for example, like I know some people are traveling. I'm traveling, so I will need those makeup days because the pieces I've chosen are not good for travel. And I'll show you what I chose in just a minute here. And so it's super fun. You can win prizes if you get one bingo and like you're just too busy to finish anymore, you can still enter to win. You only need one bingo to be entered to win. So we have three giveaways. 2 winners for bingos and then 1 winner for a blackout, which is every square completed. So that is starting in September. So super fun. So I don't quite know what I'll be working on when until I call the letters, but I can tell you what is on my ABCINGO board. I'm doing what I did last year, which is combining ABCINGO with Sampler September. So they're all samplers, mostly samplers, I should say. And then I'm also combining that with the Magazine Monthly Challenge. We are still doing a monthly theme and acrostic. So if you don't want to commit to the month-long ABCINGO or whatever, if you want to do both, I'm just kind of double dipping for that. So I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing for every single letter and all that. I'll tell you after they're called what letter I used them for. But first up, again, these are samplers and on my ABCINGO board, is G. Leger 1898 by Reflets des Soies. It is this gorgeous piece that I love. I started this with my friend Robin, who co-runs Magazine Monthly Challenge with me. This is such a gorgeous piece. I really, really love it. So I'm excited to pull it out again and to work on it. This is on my board 5 times because I want to give 5 days to each of them. And then let's take a look where we're at. And I haven't seen this since last year because I really only pull it out during September. So here's where we're at. I mean, we have a long way to go. It looks like that B, the big B, needs to be completed. I need to put in the C. I think I was debating what color to do the C because I want to like do my initials. Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see. Where were we? Okay. So you can see A, B, C, D. Here's the A and the B. This must be the original because it's very faded, but and this is my first piece using silks, I think. I've since used silks and other things, but oh yeah, I have through F and X. So we're making some progress here. Let's look again. So through the F here, through the X, and then down to the B. So I don't know. Yeah, I was probably trying to debate about if I'm going to change the letters. I may not. I may just go back in and put that C and just keep it as is, as charted. But isn't it gorgeous? I love it. I love the variety of colors. I can't remember what I'm stitching this on, so I will have to look and see and get back to you on that. But that is a really, really fun piece, and I love it, and I'm excited to work on it. So that will get 5 days this month, which is pretty good. Okay, so that's G. Leger. Someday it will be a finish. And I'm hoping maybe the wall behind me will be a sampler wall that you can look at. Okay, the next one, this one is on my Year of Whips. I don't think that I will finish it this year. But it's Jan Hicks Creates Antonia Roselle E. Garcia, 1886. So this is what it looks like. I have worked on this year. I can't remember quite where I'm at. I'm stitching this on a 32 count vintage smoky white. I really need to, it looks like I need to serge the edges here. So I'm going to need to do that. But this is where we're at. So I'm maybe like a quarter done, maybe 1/3. So yeah, it's not going to get done this year, but that's okay. It's going to get 5 days this month, which is good. It'll definitely move it along. So that is where we're at. Let's take a look. So we have the purple mostly done. I have to draw down this border a little bit more, and then I think we'll be ready to start on that next alphabet, which will be good. So I'm about here, which is, well, maybe a third. Let's say a third. Third of the way done. So probably won't get done this year, but maybe next year. I just love the colors in this. I am using the Vicky Clayton Silk. And there's a bright version and a muted version, and I'm doing the bright version. Next up, I am pulling out Camberley Sampler. We started this, I think, for Valentine's Day a couple of years ago. I can't remember. This is by Rosewood Manor. I love this one. I just don't have time to work on it a lot. But I'm super happy to pull it out. This is only going to get 3 days this month just because of space and time. I think I'm done with this. But I just love all the colors, the reds and the pinks. And so let's take a look at where we're at on this. And I don't know what fabric it is on. Again, I'll have to check. But here's where I'm at. So I do have that first, see that butterfly? Isn't it gorgeous? I love this fabric. It's very heavy. I mean, there's a lot of it too. But it's so nice. It has a nice like drape to it. So that is where we're at. So that looks complete, and then it looks like I went down here and I'm starting in on that flower. So maybe I'll continue down and work on the flower and the birds and whatever else I can get done in 3 days. Eventually, this one will get more love once I finish one of the other samplers. But that one will get 3 days this month. Then another 5 days this month is going to be Northern Expressions Needlework. This is Twisted Band Sampler. I believe I'm right here, maybe. So the diagonals are getting a bit longer. I might only be right here. I can't remember. I know I struggled with this one a lot last year with kind of trying to see. No, I'm not as far as I thought. With trying to see where, because I'm doing the one with specialty stitches. So every other row, one row is cross stitch, the next row is specialty stitches. I think I really struggled with getting the placement right, because it's not only are they specialty stitches, they're on the diagonal. So it looks like I just completed right after the butterflies. Yeah, so I'm like right on here. I have another row to do on that line right after the butterflies. So I'm not very far along on this. And I really only pull it out during Sampler September right now. And it's kind of a weird brown color. I'm just using the called for. So it'll be fine. It'll get prettier, but hopefully we'll get a diagonal or two done. But that will get 5 days this month. So hopefully we'll keep moving it along. Okay, then another 3-day one is with the needle too. This is by Lila's Studio. 3 days, yeah, 3 days for this one. And I believe I'm done with this block and maybe even starting on that one. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. But I started this with Jan Hicks at StitchCon a couple years ago. I think she has since, oh, I'm not done with that first block at all. She has since UFO'd it, which is fine. I also need to do the edges of this one. But this is where I am at. So I am not done at all with that first block. I have some houses to put in there. And a cloud. So I will be working on that and see if we can't get that first block done. Because, I mean, there's a lot going on here. It's a big piece. It's so pretty, though. Oops. So, again, this first block, I need to work on these houses. But see, even when I finish that first block, then what I'll probably do is actually go down. So I need to complete, like I'm probably only halfway down the length of it. And I want to put in that alphabet. There's another alphabet over there, but this alphabet, and kind of complete this whole section. But we're going to focus on these little houses first. And we'll give it 3 days. It does go fairly fast. I mean, once you start stitching, there's a lot of block color. So that's with the needle. So that will get 3 days this month. Then summer montage is going to get 3 days because there's 3 Sundays left in summer. And then we will be switching over to autumn montage, and autumn montage will be on my board just one time. So it may very well still be summer when I actually pull out autumn montage. But this is what it looks like. This is, again, artwork by Janet Stever, charted by Pain Free Crafts. And I am up here somewhere. Maybe, I'm guessing like right over here, maybe? Let's see. I have not pulled this out since last year, but it's always to pull these out. Oh my gosh, look at the bed sheet. Look how big these are. What am I doing, you guys? I do love them. I love working on them. Okay, so this is where we are with autumn montage. So again, I'm working on the first block. So yeah, we're right about here. But this one is a long one. But it's not very big up and down. So I'll just keep moving across and see where we get to. Hopefully we'll get some color in there soon because it is a little drab right now, but hopefully we'll get some good progress on that this fall. So that will get 1 day on my ABCINGO board. So that is everything for ABCINGO that I will be working on. So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to get some good progress on those things. For the Magazine Monthly acrostic and theme, so the theme for September is back to school. I'm going to be using Antonia for back to school because of the alphabet. I mean, I could use any of the samplers because there's an alphabet, but I chose Antonia just because it is, I don't know, it's on my year of whip, so I guess I just chose it. It's not going to get, I'm going to double dip with Magazine Monthly Challenge and the theme, so Antonia will be the theme. Then the acrostic for the month is carpool. So Antonia is going to, again, double dipping. Antonia is going to count for the C for Jan Hicks Creates. A for Antonia. And that's it. The R in carpool will be G Legier for Reflets des Soirs. The P will be any of the montages for Pain Free Crafts, who is the ones who charted it. For the 2 O's in carpool, I'm going to use Our Hearts. This is by With Thy Needle and Thread. This is on my year of whips. I am like right in this section here, and I want to get this done. Maybe not this month, but here's where I'm at. So I want to get it done. I'm going to be taking this to Stitching in the Wild to work on. So if you see me, you can see I have to do some fill-in on these. That's what I need to do, is the fill-in on those. And then it looks like I have another thing over there, and then I can move down to the border and the words. And it should go pretty fast, but I just need to spend time on it. So that will get about, hopefully, 6 hours in September. If you see me at Stitching in the Wild, make me sit my butt in my chair and work on it, okay? Okay. So that's going to be the 2 O's in carpool, and then the L will be With the Needle 2 by Lila's Studio. All right. I will talk about what I'm taking to Stitching in the Wild more next week, because that's right before I go. My 25/7 piece, I think for the month of September, is going to be Black Cat season, because it is starting. I mean, today's going to be like 98, 99 degrees here, but it is starting to turn to fall eventually. So, and I'm thinking about pumpkins and all that fun stuff. So Black Cat season, I think, is a good piece to get to do my 25/7. Hopefully I can finish block 4 this month, which will only leave 2 blocks left for the rest of the year. And they do go fast. And I will probably also be taking that one to Stitching in the Wild. We'll see. I might want a break from it too, but we'll see. So that's going to be my 25/7 for September, right? Yeah, September. Classes start on Tuesday. Am I ready? I think I'm more or less ready for the first day. I do need to kind of come up with my plan. I don't do much. I'm one of those professors that does, we're going to go over the syllabus, maybe do some introductory stuff, but we're not going to have a full lecture the first day. So the first day I'm pretty well set for. The second day, not so much. So we'll get there. It'll be fine. I'm doing a new class this semester, so it's going to be a lot more work, but it's fun. I'm actually looking forward to it, so I think it'll be good. Don't forget to enter the giveaways if you're interested. Join us for ABCINGO. It is not too late to join us. And I will see you all next week. Bye.